Back to my channel. Today I'm back for another advice video. I'm super excited to do these. These are like one of my favorite videos to do. Sometimes people ask me like, oh, can you post more of these? I get so many requests. I really want to be like centered and in the zone when I'm doing these. I usually will meditate before I do these to connect with my higher self, and so I'm giving you more universal advice versus my own almost reaction. And so like I have to be almost in a good space to do them. So I'm going to try to do these as much as possible, but sometimes people are like, can you post one now, whatever. And if you're wondering like, oh, why is he posting like 3 or whatever, how many you guys desire, like I really want to be in a good space and becoming, like I said, meditating, coming from a good space of advice, like almost in a sense channeling advice versus just reacting to stuff. So basically, if you want to participate in one of these videos, Coco's having the time of her life on the chair over there. Like, happy Saturday to her. She is just thriving right now. But you can email Daily. I feel like animals are just the most beautiful thing in life. I literally could cry. Like, I've cried looking at Coco. They're so like connected to source. They're so in the zone. They're like manifesting so hard. They're like unconditional love. Like, oh, okay, anyway. If you want to be featured, you can just email me at dailypaulina@gmail. I'll keep your name anonymous if you want. I keep all of them anonymous, actually. And I would just pick a random one. I always feel like it's like divine timing, and yeah, let's just hop on in. Hey Paulina, first of all, I just want to say I love you and your advice videos. You're always so helpful and honest. Anyways, I've been just told today the business where I work full-time is my only source of income is closing down, and I only have 6 days to find a new job before I'm unemployed. I'm trying to keep positive and tell myself that everything happens for a reason, but I can't help but sob and feel utterly upset. This is the best job I've ever worked. I love the job, customers, and coworkers, and now that this has all been ripped under me, I don't know how to accept the news or move on. I feel so blindsided. Please, any advice on getting out of this downright depression mindset or how not to stress myself thinking about the bills I have to pay? Thank you for taking the time to read this. Okay, this is a really good question. I think just the situation is something I haven't really talked about in general. So basically, like, what I'll summarize this situation as is basically having something that you like love, that's consistent, that you feel is right, and that being taken away from you. That's like one of the themes I feel like in this, and I feel like another theme in this question and just in life is in times of stress, how to keep faith. You know, the faith, and I'm not saying in a religious thing, I'm saying faith that things will work out, faith that this is for a reason, you know what I mean, faith in yourself. Like, I feel like these are the two themes here, and I guess we'll just address both things. So one, like, this stuff, this has happened to me even, like, where things that you feel are like, I don't know why I get emotional sometimes. You think that this is the right thing, you love this thing, person, whatever. This can be applied to anything, a job, a living situation. This can literally be applied, your relationships, and can be applied to anything that you're going through. But let's say like you have something you love and you feel it's right. You know, it's one thing if you don't like something, you know, you want to change it, and then you like let go of that or move on, and it still might be hard, but you deep down know it's the right thing, right? Like, that's a little easier, although I'm not discrediting how difficult it may be. But when you think that this is the right thing, person, place, or whatever, and then it's taken away from you, it's this complete and utter shock, because you're just like, what? Like, no, I love this, I thought this was for me. Like, especially like you said, you probably plan on working there for a long time, or for example, if you're with a person, you probably thought you were going to be with them for a long time. Like, that's, I feel like, where the shock factor comes in. It's almost like an emotional shock, you know? It's like, and in those moments, I feel like it's so hard, but that's in the moments where you have to realize that the universe, source, intelligence, whatever, a higher power is bigger than you know what I mean? And so much of the time we feel like we know what's best for us. Like, we think, I do too, I'm like, I want this, like, I want this makes me happy, I want this, I know this makes me feel, and it's almost like we want to cling on to things, right, because we feel like this is what the right thing is for us. But the higher power, whatever, I'll just say universe, that's, I feel like, the most like universal, is trying to bring you something better, you know, especially if you've been positive and happy and aligned, you know, and like living your best life. Like, it's just trying to bring you something better. Like, especially, this is something I tell a lot of people who I work with one-on-one. Like, a lot of times you'll start visualizing the life you want, right? You'll start meditating, visualizing the people, friends, etc., and you start things crumbling away, and people freak out. They're like, shit, what's going on? It's because when you're basically telling the universe, energy, you're putting the energy out that you want something else, so the things that don't align with your vision are going to have to fall apart. There's no way you can have this life maintaining all the stuff that you have here. Like, any book you read about personal growth, like, people are going to leave your life, situations are going to leave your life. You can't be the same, you can't be to a place you've never been being the same person you still are. And in those moments where you're like, we just feel like we know the best, right? But like, all we see is, like, for for example, I feel like universe, whatever, it sees, energy sees the biggest picture, like what one small thing can change your whole life. Whenever I get like sad or just upset, like not getting what I think is right or what I wanted, quote unquote, you know what I mean, I think to those moments where the craziest coincidence happened, the smallest synchronicities where I was at the right place at the right time, and it helps instill that trust, like that trust to know that like I know for some reason I think I know what's right for me. And so many times I look back in my life of times I thought that this was right for me or this was right for me, whatever, things I wanted, and it didn't work out, and now I see all the reasons why it didn't work out, you know. And it's hard in that moment, like I don't want to get emotional, but I've had lots of things that are like that happen to me where you're like, no, like this is what I want, that I know this is best for me, blah 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 blah, and it's taken away from you, and you need to like just remember that. Think about all the times you didn't get what you want, or something got taken away from you and something better got brought on. My mom always tells me, it's like you tell the universe or whatever you want $1 million, and so you have a $10 bill in your hand, and the universe is just trying to rip out the $10 bill out of your hand just to give you the $1 million bill, and you're like, no, but I want to hold on to the $10 bill. And the universe is like, let go of the fucking $10 bill. We're about to give you the $1 million bill. That's how we are with life and with people and situations. We're like, we say we want something. We say we want more money, better friends, better career, better partner, like, you know what I mean? And then when the universe finally is like, all right, let's take the motherfucking trash out, and we're holding on to the trash bag, like, no, but we want to hold on to our trash. But the universe is like, but I have this whole beautiful basket of everything you want. And we're like, no, but we want to hold on to the trash bag because we know what the trash bag feels like. We know how heavy the trash bag is. We know how that trash bag smells. We're comfortable. We want, like, it's our instinct to cling to comfort. But you're not gonna, like I always, if you remind yourself, like, you're not gonna be in a place that you've never been with being the same person you still are. And it's hard in those moments of transition. And I'm not saying this, you're gonna watch this video and I'm gonna tell you this and that's it. You're never gonna be upset about it. That's not the case, you know what I mean? It's never like that, but it is all your mindset. It's all mindset shift. So that's just like, that's what I would say to help remind you, like, you know what I mean, like, there's gonna be a better job now. I know in these times. Then the next theme is how to stay centered in moments of stress or really big transitions. And yeah, this is one of the, this is like one of my biggest lessons. I've had so many times, and this has just been such a big learning lesson for me, where like I'm so, you know, chill, like aligned, something will happen to me big, you know, it'll shake up my life, and in those moments it's like you need it the most, but that's when it's the hardest. Like, you notice when you're like, it's like when your life's good, you're working out every day, doing this every day, on your work grind, you're like meditating every day, just living your best life. But then when something happens that, you know, brings you down, or maybe you fall into a bit of like a sadness or depression or whatever, that's when you stop working out, stop meditating, stop doing the things that you need to do the most. It's like, it's so easy. Like, when I'm sad, I'm like, I don't want to meditate, like, I'm such a pissed off mood, I just want to cry and throw myself a little pity party. Paulina's pity party, location, check it out. But like, that's when we need to return to those things to center ourselves the most, you know what I mean? Yes, it's great to do that every day of your normal life, but when you're going through hard things and you feel shaken, that's when you need to connect to your higher self or meditate the most. Literally 10 to 20 minutes a day, just playing some relaxing music, focusing on your breath, even doing a guided meditation on YouTube. If you're subscribed to my monthly memberships, I always have a meditation in there, and I've gotten such good feedback on there. Like, the emails I've gotten about that meditation bring tears to my eyes. So, you know, do meditation. I'm not saying you have to do that when you can do anything. Take those moments to center yourself, because during times of stress, that's when you need to be the most centered. You know, that's when you can act out of hand or do things out of anger, or that's when you could throw yourself, because the law of attraction, whatever, I don't really, easiest way to summarize that, okay, I have a lot of thoughts about the phrasing. It's going to bring you whatever frequency you're at, you know what I mean? So like, if you're sad and you're upset and you're complaining, it's going to bring you more things to be sad and complain about. And it's hard to realize, because I've been very sad before, and you just want to continue throwing yourself a pity party, but you have to cancel the pity party. It's like you have to call the cops on your own pity party. You're like, fuck. So you need to, you know what I mean? You got to shift it and shift as much as you can. So meditate, read a book, shift, talk to a friend, talk to your parents. I will always call my mom, you know what I mean? Meditate again, listen to a motivating audiobook. Keep shifting your energy back to the highest frequency you possibly can, and stay centered and visualize what you want. I would say for you in your situation, so now every day wake up, I would do as much, since you have more time now, maybe do 30 minutes of meditation and visualize you at your new job. You don't have to visualize the specifics, visualize the feeling. Visualize yourself interacting with amazing customers, amazing clients, your coworkers are great, the pay is even better than it was at this job. You feel so happy, you feel so free, you feel so aligned, you can't even believe this is your life and the universe brought you such an amazing job. And you look back and you're like, I would visualize, if you look back and like laugh that you were even upset about getting that job ending, because you're like, oh my god, if that didn't end, I wouldn't be here. Maybe you meet your new best friend. Just start visualizing you don't have to visualize details, you have to visualize emotion, because sometimes we visualize things and the things come and the emotion doesn't come with it that you thought. So always focus on feeling, you know, and feeling is stronger when manifesting. So just meditate every day, focus the feeling, and whatever you can do, just try to lift yourself back up. I know it's hard, but every time you get set, lift it, and lift yourself, and let go of the thought, and replace it with a better thought. Let go of the thought, replace it with a better thought. Compliment yourself. Go do something nice for yourself. Go get yourself a smoothie. I know these are small things, but shift the mindset again. Meditate again. Like whenever you notice yourself falling down, lift it up. And you may fall down for a little bit, but like lift it up. Cancel it. Keep. Oh my God, Coco just like jumped because I jumped. Keep canceling your pity party, and I promise you things will get better. And I'm sending you all the love, and I promise it will work out. And I hope this video was helpful. I talked for like 55 minutes. I just have so much to say all the time, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll talk to you guys soon.